How's everybody doing this morning? Puppy Pot and Chill number 601. I'm going to jump right in. I got my bowl loaded. Munch is right here next to me. I even have Dee Dee with me here. She's in the bed. She's here visiting today. Let's jump right into the news, shall we? The Gorilla Glue debacle is being blamed on systemic racism. Yeah. Okay, apparently she was trying to straighten her hair. And my big question is, why is she appropriating white culture? Or white heritage? What's wrong with her curly hair? She wants to blame it on systemic racism, but it has nothing to do with what she did. What she did was just plain out and out dumb. Just stupid. The operative reason for her doing all this was clickbait. She wanted to become famous. Well, she got famous for being dumb. What the hell? Oh, I just woke up and I got some red marks on my forehead. All right, anyway. Interesting thing I found doing some digging. 90% of the plastic in the ocean come from cities and areas 5 miles within the coast. The rest of America disposes of their garbage fairly correctly in garbage bins and recycle bins. It's those progressive coastal cities that are saying that the rest of the people are so bad, they're the ones doing all the polluting. So fuck the coastal cities. They deserve everything they get. In a town hall, Biden calls poor people stupid, among other gaffes, to show his mental decline. He doesn't think that poor people can accurately fill out paperwork. And they're calling the Biden vaccine rollout racist, because it is. They are covering a certain group of people first and then getting to the rest of the evil white people later. Facebook says, fuck it, and for the most part bans Australia outright, literally saying fuck off Australia. So much for Facebook being progressive. What a piece of shit Facebook is. Facebook doesn't like Australia because Australia speaks their mind. And Facebook does not like people who speak their mind. Good hit. Twitter tried to do a crowdsourced fact check system, allowing users to fact check things that happen to come across Twitter. Backfired big time on Twitter, because a lot of the things that Twitter censored are left-leaning and very biased. And what they found was the users were not left-leaning and extremely biased. And they made Twitter look like a bunch of fucking morons. Not real tough, let's face it. The people who use Twitter are generally dumber than a fucking stump. It turns out that big companies do not like the crowdsourced format. They would rather tell you what you should be allowed to say and not say, and what should be censored. Allowing crowdsourced fact-checking goes against what they push and their rhetoric and their agenda. I don't think that the crowdsourced format will last very long because, well, like I said, it makes Twitter look like fucking assholes. And they are. In a recent report, Gen Z wants to abolish police and support the riots, showing once again that they have no idea how the world really works, and they are dumber than fuck, even though they think their ideas are glorious. No, they are young and dumb. Even Greta Thunberg wants to stop using fossil fuels immediately. Just stop using them. However, if we were to just stop using fossil fuels, hundreds of millions of people would die within the first 24 hours. You know why? Because Greta Thunberg is young and dumb. It's not that she's particularly dumb, it's just that she's very young and does not understand how the world works. Her plan is so short-sighted that she can't see what will actually happen. You know, as soon as you kill fossil fuels, there's millions and millions of people who depend on energy to stay alive. Without a replacement, those people just die. So her plan is chock full of problems and would fail, on top of killing hundreds of millions of people. Where police were defunded, crime spiked. What do you think will happen if they abolish police? Crime will become the big business, just like what happened in the defunded areas. However, the stupid young people refuse to believe the truth and feel that if they abolish the police in their area will become a utopia. They're different and they will be able to handle the situations, which means they are dumber than fuck and they have no idea what they're doing and they will not be able to handle the situations. Democrats are actually comparing bombing the enemy, Republicans, akin to bombing the people in wars, calling Republicans domestic terrorists. Democrats are off the track. They've lost their fucking minds. They want to bomb human American people on American land. That's how scared they are of the conservative Republican right. They don't know how to handle us, so their idea is to bomb us off the planet. Democrats look at Republicans as a party rife with conspiracy theorists, anarchists, and terrorist sympathizers. Like I said, that's how fucked crazy the Democrats are. That's how they look at us. And they have their own Democrat, Eric Swalwell, who is fucking a Chinese spy, as well as Hunter Biden, setting up a deal with the Chinese, in my mind, compromising Joe Biden, our president. Really quick, The Root is an online company consistently pumping out fake news of white man bad in their racist rhetoric. And if you think they're not racist, go look up The Root. Not only are they pumping out fake news, but they are extremely racist. Bring on the hate mail, I don't care. Riots continue in cities all over the United States. The Capitol riot is not okay, and those people are domestic terrorists and need to die. However, the rioters over on the coast in Portland, Tacoma, Seattle, Los Angeles, and New York, and all the other coastal cities, those riots are okay, and they don't need to be prosecuted. So says the Democrats. Right now, the division is so deep between the people, it'll take an extraordinary event to bring us all back together quickly. Or we can start treating each other like the human beings we are, and we can slowly bring ourselves back together. But one needs to happen. One or the other needs to happen, or we are going to face some sort of conflict. Another thing that's been going around is not so much body shaming, but there's a lot of big people out there saying stupid things like size does not equate health. If you're overweight, you're not healthy. It's as simple as that. If you're overweight, your health is shit. But instead of trying to get healthy, these people would rather change the perception of what they are to the American public. So instead of being big and unhealthy, they're big and healthy. And it's just a giant lie. Okay. That was it for another edition of Puppy Pot and Chill. Let's take another hit here. Munch, you want to come up and say hi? Come on. I got Munchy here. Munch is a good boy. All right, get down, buddy. All right, like I said, I'm going to keep this short piece. You can't love everybody, so let's try not to hate. Always remember you got to be 21 in the state where it's legal to smoke marijuana. If you're not 21 in the state where it's legal, just don't do it. We can be smart stoners. And if you think this video is worth sharing, please share. And if you think it's not, well, fucking don't worry about it. I think that's it. Yeah. Stay high, bitches.